Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with Wits and Brains. Casey and Catherine here. Let me tell you how much fun we're going to have today because we are going to talk about lift those girls up. What comes to mind as soon as I say that? You might be right. You might be right. You don't know what we're going to be talking about today, but we're going to be talking about support. How about that?
Yes.
So, how do you feel about your support, Casey?
Well, I think it comes in various shapes and sizes.
Wow.
So for me, I think of, okay, you have like the sports bra that's kind of flimsy. You have like the sports bra where nothing's going anywhere. You have like a t-shirt bra, that kind of helps hide your back fat. And guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but there's 1,000,001 types of bras out there.
There
you
are.
have like the push-up bra, you have the fully covered ones, you have the plunge that like goes deep in the chest line and really pushes them up. You have all the things.
Oh my God.
So my question is, Catherine, how do businesses decipher if they just want to be a flimsy sports bra or if they want to like hold the girls high and proud?
Well, let's see. All of my education, and these are the questions that I'm answering here today.
Agreed.
You know
10
what?
years of school and I'm asking them. So I get it.
You know what? Those businesses that support their workers, newsflash, do better than the ones that don't.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that support their customers, another newsflash, red lights, exclamation points, they grow. So if you are the type of person that wants to have a business that is not prepared to support other people, you probably will stay stagnant. And I know those people. I know some stagnant business owners.
Yeah.
And they only think of themselves, which, hey, I am pro making money. Pro. Such an advocate for everyone in business making money. But if you do not support your workers and your customers, then get out of the way.
Yeah, because they're going to find someone who does.
They will. And it doesn't have to even be something big. It can just be like, hey, you know what? The last 6 months, you haven't even paid any attention to me, and the worker is out.
Yeah.
And if we're going to talk about girls, let's talk about women supporting women.
Such a lovely topic.
I mean, we've all been in those groups where we find support, and it feels so good. It feels so good when you know that you can walk in and say, hey, I've had this issue with my business, and someone answers and gives you the solution, and you feel so supported and it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other organizations, there's other clubs, whatever you want to call them, that don't support. So what are your thoughts on that, Casey?
Well, I am a firm believer in being able to feel like I can be myself.
Yeah.
And I mean, last night I sat there in a meeting with a new client and we were laughing hysterically, and I love, when you walk into a place, like if it's just your people, you get it. There's no question. But if you feel like you have to walk on eggshells, that's not a good feeling.
Right.
And, I think of things like when, like I've been in situations where I'm like, oh, I could really use a happy hour tonight. Like that doesn't mean I'm going to go get sloppy, but don't judge me because I want a glass of wine, and it's not just about like supporting people in your workplace as far as the people that are your direct colleagues, but it's also about supporting the people who are in your network. For one, you never, ever, ever know how things are going to come back around. You never know how your name is going to get to someone. I mean, speaking of the new client last night, I met this lady, the executive director 2 years ago. Well, no, 3 years ago now, in 2019, before like the world shut down. And it was funny because she was searching for my email address this morning. She's like, oh my gosh, I now know where I know you from. I met you at Big Cork Winery and you were so nice and so open and asked, or told me if you need help, just let me know. So I supported her, and here she is 3 years later, a client.
That is so good.
But you never know. Like
No.
you said, it doesn't have to be some huge thing. Just offering a helping hand and not judging people can go a long way, and it can really help your business tremendously.
It can, like, you can be here and it can send you to there.
Yes.
Just by being supportive. So another thing that has popped into my head is that don't generalize how a fellow woman needs support. We are just as different as any gender. We're just as diverse as the men with whatever they want. We need different things too. We are not all the same type of woman. So if you have a group and they support the things you actually need, that's a cool place to hang out.
Yeah.
For instance, I do not require a lot of motivation. I don't need someone to constantly say, oh, good job, little pats or whatever. That I don't need. But what I really could use is like other people to share me with other people. If I'm doing something, to like it, to let people know, hey, this woman has a great leadership development program, those things. So when some people require a lot of hugs, I'm not that chick. I don't need
acts of service your love language?
I don't know, but I would say a big yes.
Okay.
Yes. My husband's so sexy when he's doing dishes. No joke.
Well then.
Not sexy. So sexy. So yes, I like people that do those kind of things. But what I've been in some, I don't know, around some groups of women and clubs and organizations all over the US, is I'll find that people will assume all I want to do is a mani and a pedi, and we're gonna, like, I don't know, pillow fight or something. I don't know what people think women do. But that's not necessarily the support I need. Just like I have other friends that require other kinds of support. Pay attention to that and lift the girls up.
Yeah.
If we want women to be here, then we got to lift the girls up.
Yeah.
And pay attention.
So going back to my like silly analogy of all the different types of brawls, I think that goes to like the love languages, and like you said, people require different support. To me, in the workplace, and I believe there's a book about it. I know that there's the 5 love languages, but I also think that they've edited to be like more applicable to the workplace. But like I literally just asked my team the other day, for Christmas, would you rather us go on this experiential thing together like we did last year? Would you rather have a bonus? Would you rather me get you something, like a spa day, whatever? Because I know that each of them are supported and feel appreciated in different ways.
Right.
So, and I love the experiences. So I'm like, oh, let's do that. But I can't be selfish. And you can't automatically assume because you're supported in one way that someone else is going to be supported in that same way. So maybe you ask someone, so do you like the t-shirt bra or do you like the girls to be hiked up in your chin? because like inquiring and leading with that curiosity, it just makes people,
Absolutely. What does that business need?
yeah,
What does that new business owner need?
yeah,
How can you support her or him?
absolutely.
Because sometimes us people who have been around maybe more than a year or so, we forget what it's
Very
like to
good point.
step out into the entrepreneur world, because
Yes,
it's a jungle. It's a jungle.
you got
It's,
that right. There's lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
you know it. You know it. They are out there, and you need to support quality. You don't need to support unquality. How about that? I'll let you off. You don't need to support people who have no, I don't know, ethical behavior or whatever. You don't need to support them. But the ones who are out there and stepping out and getting out into this wild, crazy world, let's support the girls.
Okay, so um something crazy just came to mind. Go figure.
Go figure.
So, ladies and gents, if you have someone in your organization or your network and they want to go around with the girls out, do not try to put support of any kind on them. If they are not taking the initiative to support themselves, do not force it on them. Let them show you that they want to be supported.
Wow. The scary thing is, I totally got it. And, and you're right. If they're not up for the challenge of self support,
then they
then
don't want yours
maybe
either. They just want to be free.
they want to be free. So, have you ever had someone come out and support you so like beautifully that you were so touched by that?
I'm going to call this person out by name.
Oh,
And you know this person. So I've done a lot of personal development courses and things. And so I've done a series of seminars where one is like a weekend thing, then one you go, for a week or 10 days, I don't remember. And then the next one you go for another week. So Dawn Hipsley was there. She was actually staffing the first one that I went to. And she supported me from the back. She didn't really interact with me because we had a relationship. So she supported me from a distance, but by not being in my face and allowing me to have that experience, she supported me.
yes.
Then we went to California together to the week-long retreat. And so there was an activity where you had to let things go, and you literally stood on the edge of a cliff, and they just, they were like, just lean forward. And she said, you went from here to just bloop, like face down, arms out, just letting it go. But she was up on the top rock supporting me, encouraging me, everything. And then we went away to New Mexico and did an all women's experience. And once again, gave me my space, supported me, was there when I needed her, to this day, calls me on my stuff. When my very long-term relationship ended and I was having a woe is me time, it was, Casey, I get what you're saying. However, remember that blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
She has, to me, support isn't telling me what I want to hear.
Yeah.
It's telling me what I need to hear. It's telling me the truth. And to me, whether it's personal or in business, and Dawn has, before we did all this stuff, she has worked with me. So she supported me in that regard. So she's been supportive in many facets of my life. But it's been integral because no matter if it's business, friendships, relationships, whatever, she's been there. She's like been my constant. So
That person is
she's gold.
priceless.
Yes. It's gold.
It is
Yep.
gold. And if you can even cross and not cross the line, but like, okay, if it's a professional support, that's beautiful. Personal support, beyond beautiful.
Mhm.
Because what that's telling you is like whoever you are is okay to them.
Yep. And that's, you just gave me goosebumps by saying it.
Oh, we have a sweet podcast today.
We do. I was just gonna say we might be crazy, but we do have some sentiment to us too.
But it is absolutely beautiful. Yes, I could probably, well, no, probably about it. I could give a list of people that have probably touched my heart by their support.
Mhm.
And they probably didn't even know the extent that they did that.
Yeah.
Because when you are at a low, and it doesn't have to be a devastation low, say, we were just saying, we're kind of tired this week. But if someone does that supportive act for you, and you are usually here, but you're kind of here, whew, it goes a long way. So let's lift those girls up.
Yes.
Let's lift them up. So next week is going to be interesting because I have to read this because it's a serious one, kind of. The shame of hiding parts of yourself to appease others.
That
So
is a
come
pretty
and
serious
listen to that one. It's a good one because it happens too often.
one.
So this is Catherine and Casey, and we're signing off, and we will see you next week.